Right. Feedback. In the last video, we asked you for some feedback on what you want to see. And boy, did you give us some feedback. Welcome back to Delboy's Garage. Okay, in the last video we asked you for some feedback. Feedback on what you want to see, the kind of things that we maybe used to do that we don't do anymore, things that you'd like to see return to what we're up to since we've made this channel much about the garage only since we moved in 5 months ago. And the feedback we got from you was absolutely astonishing. What we wanted to know was, where is the direction that you prefer to see it go? Are we doing it right? Really what we were looking for was a mandate to continue with what we were doing, or if not, to find out what you do want from us. We're kind of governed by you. You support this channel with your subscribership, with your views. Every time you open a video and you add to the view count, you make this channel that little bit more successful. And of course there are the patrons. The patrons are the people that literally fund us with real money, and they give us the ability to move forward and things that we would never have done. Now we had a direction. We felt that this garage was going forward. We were making these videos on the how-tos, the Kawasaki project, and all the other things that we've always done. And we were just moving forward in quality. That's where we were going with it. Now we were all set to buy a specific kind of camera and a specific kind of set of equipment, but the results that you've given us, which I'll give you in a second, these results have changed and turned that direction completely on its head, haven't they?
They sure have.
Absolutely changed where we were going. What we were going to do was one thing, and what we are going to be doing is something completely different, and it's all down to you, the feedback you've given us, over 400 responses, which has been absolutely amazing. Let's give you some results. Right, the figures. Okay, we put out a general request for what do you want, as you saw in the last video. We didn't give you set choices. We didn't tell you here's a menu of what we're prepared to do. Choose one. We said nothing like that. We want you to tell us. And we left it open. And then we just collated the results on a spreadsheet. Simple as that. Tick, 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 cross, tick, 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 cross. Simple as that. And that worked really well because it was a wide open thing and it was completely free. And what we've come up with is 10 front runners. We kind of, honestly, there's actually only 3 or 4 actual front runners that people want to see. But these are the 10 results, the 10 top results. Any less than this were just 1s or 2s. Now it comes down to this. We've collated them in order, and this is what we heard from you. It wasn't just from the videos, was it? It was from the patrons on the Patreon page, it was from Facebook, it was from Twitter, and also general emails. There's many people who have had general email, and they can send us it on that too, as well as the video comments page. 400 results, took us 2 days, didn't it?
Yep.
2.5 days, something like that. Absolutely outrageous. It was 2.5 days to just sit and go through them all. If we didn't respond to you, as we always say, it's not because we don't love you, it's because we just didn't get the time, honestly. We got your message, but every single one was read, and every single vote that came in was collated. So this is the results. At the bottom, riding tips. Some of you asked for riding tips. Can we see more tips on how to ride and that sort of thing, instruction? My mate Russ at Roadcraft Nottingham, he's a very talented instructor, and that's the kind of thing he does, but that is really not me. And I'm glad that not many more came in. There was only 3.
Yeah.
The lowest of the low was 3 people asked for riding tips. That was the smallest. The next one was quite a shock. Harley Davidson videos, please. That was one of the requests. 3 people out of the 400 asked for Harley Davidson videos. This is why it's really astonishing, because these are all the things we've been doing, and we've asked for whether you want more of it. 3 out of 400. That's ridiculous. Not even 1%, is it? The next was Triumph work. Who wanted Triumph stuff? Some people asked for it, only 6. 6 people asked for Triumph videos. Rattage. Now we said on the video itself, who wants to see more rattage? Only 11 out of 400. 11 out of 400. Now a lot of people don't get the rat bike, do they?
No.
A lot of people don't get the rat and survival thing. It's just certainly outside of the UK, it's not a massive thing. So anyway, only 11. Simple skills. Now the simple skills series have been popular. We have done quite a few of them, but again, only 16 people came forward and said, we want simple skills. We want more of that. 16 of you. These are live votes. These are people actually asking for it more. Only 16. Q&A vids. We thought that would be really on top of the list, didn't we? Q&As with Mr. Dyson, tea, cake and silliness. Honestly, 21 out of 400. That's all it was.
Yep.
And general garage, that was more of the general stuff we do. Bit of welding, mechanical stuff, servicing, all of those things we've already done. I mean, what, 715 videos?
Yep.
Kind of done most of it. So I suppose it's answering in a way, because if we've done it all, asking for more of it is a bit counterproductive. So that's quite handy to know that we've in some way hit the ceiling on that and on the servicing and brakes and all that. We've done it all. Not done it all, that's a bit arrogant, but we've certainly covered it, haven't we, Ben?
A lot of it.
A lot of
so
it.
far, yep.
And that in sense, we've done that and we've kind of given you all you need on that. And it's all there. These 700 videos, they're all there for you to enjoy. Open them anytime. Next one was Penny. Now this was one that she doesn't like this very much.
Oh, so blushing.
Lots of you wanted to see Penny Pit Stop on camera more, and probably a load of you watching and going, yeah. But actual votes was 39. 10% of the vote wanted Penny on video more, wanted to see you doing more on the bike, more out there on the road, and more in the videos. Certainly when we do outtakes, because she's so rubbish at on camera, aren't you?
How much time have you got?
How much time have you got? You put her in front of a camera, it takes way too long.
It takes hours.
So there we are, look at that. The highest, there's 2 more to go after this. Out of all that lot, Penny was the highest at just 10% of the vote. Coming in underneath that was riding videos. Riding videos, that's out with the cameras, and that's what we asked you. Do you want to see us out on the road more, getting out and about? 103 people wanted that. 103 of the votes out of 400, a quarter of you wanted to see more of that. 25% of the vote roughly, and that we thought was quite telling, wasn't it? We were all set to go more garage and to enhance the quality of garage videos, which we will do in time, but a quarter of you. Now, this leaves the biggest number yet, honestly.
I was really shocked, wasn't we?
Astonishing. Now, those of you who've never heard of FRO, the FRO videos, we did ask in the feedback request, the FRO videos, if you've never seen it, never heard of it, one guy said he had to Google it and look it up, and he got 18 results on the internet, none of them were what we do. FRO is an acronym. It stands for fuck right off. All it simply means is something that gets on your nerves, upsets you, gets under your skin, and generally ticks you off. It's just a rant about the irritations and annoyances of life. It's kind of comedy, it's kind of something set, a little bit of fun, it's not serious, but all of the things that wind you up. You know, as in my tax skill. Keep going. As in, my tax bill can FRO. My puncher can FRO. Having to work on a Monday can FRO. Fuck right off. You get the picture. If you've never seen them, have a look at them. They're in the ride video section, FRO videos. So it seems that 172 of you out of 400 wanted more FROs. Everybody seemed unanimous to love it. So when we actually mix the ride videos, seeing us out on the road, and doing FROs, put those together, 275 out of the 400. Some nearly 3/4 of the vote want us out of this garage and more out on the road, more about life, isn't it, Pen?
Yeah, it seems that way.
It seems that, honestly, we probably have got it wrong in some way. Not got it wrong, but...
Well, nothing will change in the garage.
No, we're not going to stop doing this. What we do here, what you see, this is not going to end. This is going to carry on, perhaps in a slightly lesser sense. We're going to include a little bit more life outside of the garage. We really didn't kind of get it 100% right, is what I'm saying. When you watch the big motor shows, when you watch Sin City Motors or West Coast Choppers, any of that, you'll notice that probably 3/4 of those shows are about the guys who are doing it outside, enjoying stuff, driving out. Sin City Motors, they spend more time driving out to the desert, to these amazing places, and procuring parts, and they do actually welding them onto the vehicle in the garage. Same as West Coast Choppers. When you see them at OCC, you don't see much chopper building, you see a lot of life. And I think that's what people want. That's it, isn't it? And I think that's what you want to see from us. You want to see us out there enjoying the bikes, enjoying the rides. We live in the countryside now. It's an amazing area. And obviously where we used to ride around town, my commute to work is 2 minutes. A lot of you said, I'd love to see you on your commute to work. Well, I'm afraid it's not very long. It's literally 2 minutes, and often I don't even take the bike, I just walk. So honestly, that may not happen, but there are some amazing country lanes, some incredible rides, some bendy swervery. So the General, the Harley, getting out there is going to happen. Obviously, that means instead of buying cameras for the garage, it means buying cameras for the helmets. Right, okay. We were looking to upgrade the camera that you're viewing on now, that camera that Penny holds that she uses to film the videos. We wanted something with a wider field of view, more saturation, maybe filming in 4K. Those of you who know your tech, there's 1080, which we're filming in now. We down that to 720 for the videos because the data size and storage, and we were going to upgrade to a GH4. Now, the Illumix GH4 camera is an astonishing piece of kit. It is future-proof for about the next 10 years. It's got an immense amount of lenses and accessories that come with it, but they are colossally expensive, aren't they, Pen?
Very.
So like £1,500 for an outfit on that, that would be a massive spend, and looking at these results, boy, would that have been the wrong way.
It would have been.
Boy, would that have been the wrong thing to do, because you love what we do here and you're happy with it, you know, this set of results, as far as we're concerned, is a mandate to underline what we're doing here and keep it going, keep it as it is. We are going to do a sound. We've ordered, even now, I've ordered a Boyer Lavalier microphone. Now, those of you who know your stuff will know what that is. It's a clip-on mic, but it's also, it can stand in different places, so we can film from different directions. It shuts off the microphone in that camera, so effectively there's not going to be that reverb that everybody gets, or some of you get a little bit irritated with, including me. I don't like it either. I want a little bit more of a solid sound with a little bit less of the echo. So that's going to happen. That's already ordered. It will be here. 2 or 3 days time?
Yep.
Next few days. And as far as the camera, I would love to have a GH4. That's an awesome piece of equipment, and we may well go that way in the future, because I think we have to look in the long term. But in the short term, we needed equipment for where we need to go next. And with these results, that is going to be action cameras. So as you can see, sitting here on the side, this is not product placement. Other cameras are available. What we've done is we've invested in 2 GoPros. We got some advice from somebody that I trust on which is the right way to go, and we've chosen GoPro Hero 4 Silver, and we've got 2 of them, one for my bike, one for yours. So there's the 2 of us. We're going to be doing some interesting editing and stuff. When you get 2 sets of footage, you can do something quite interesting. Also, one on the front of my crash helmet, and we want one on the bike facing in, so we can do a lot of the motovlogging stuff, which I know you love. Now, motovlogging is huge. It's absolutely amazing. Everybody's doing it. It is a little bit white noise. That in itself is a little bit what we gave it up for, isn't it?
Yep.
I kind of thought everyone's doing it, let's just do garage. But no, you want us back there, and it's unanimous. So this is what we're doing. What we want to do quickly is show you these cameras, show you why we chose these cameras, what it roughly cost, and where we're going with it. And we got some great advice. I'll come to who gave us that at the end. So it'll give us an idea. You'll see what we're doing, what we spent the money on, and where we're going to be going from here. What do you reckon? That'll work. Right, let's show you. Right, there we are. Okay, honestly, opening your GoPro is an event, isn't it? Rather amazing. I love the way they package them in this little display case. Pretty cool. So getting a pair of these was, I think, the right decision given the results of this little survey. Rather than going for a fancy 4K video camera for in here, when you're happy with what we do in here, we think that the money's better directed to spend on these. So we've gone for GoPro Hero 4 Silver. Now there's also the black. We've gone for 4 because 4 is the latest edition of the GoPro camera. There's no point in going for a 3 or a 3 Plus. There's really not that much difference. Loads of people do reviews and they're all roughly about the same. None of them are any massively better than the other. So we looked at the Hero 4 and we looked at the silver and the black, decided which way to go. Took some advice from a couple of people whose videos we watch and who we appreciate, and they've come up with various guidance, and that gave us the ability to differentiate between the ones that are right for us. And the silver is it. Yes, it's a model down from the very top one. You could say that the Hero 4 Black is the top one, but not in my opinion. I don't think so. When you see the silver and the black on a side-by-side video at 1080, they aren't the same. You really can't tell the difference. You honestly can't. Even when they're side-by-side, so you're certainly not going to tell the difference when they're on their own. The other side of it is, you ask yourself the question, what's the difference between them then? Why are you paying £400 for a 4 Black and only £275 for a 4 Silver? So much less money, £125 cheaper. The reason is the 4K storage. On these they go up to 1080. They'll film in 1080 at 60 frames a second, and that's fine. That's all you need, and that's all we're going to be using. Probably not even that much. When we come to the black gives you that 4K resolution, which is amazing. If you've ever seen it, that's what the Lumix GH4 camera would have been. It's massively huge storage. You can put a 32 gig card in, and on 4K, you'll mince it in 20 minutes. You'll fill it up in 20 minutes. So the data storage is the problem. That's why we did not go for the black, purely because when you go out and do a video, you're not going to use that resolution. It's certainly not going to come across in YouTube. It really isn't, not on a sunny day. And then we've got to process that. It takes long enough, doesn't it, Pen?
Oh, yes, it does.
It takes long enough to process and upload videos as it is in 1080. Try and upload them in 4K, and you need different equipment. You need an infrastructure of computer and broadband around it. You almost need live streaming broadband to do that, and that's something that yet we haven't got. So we aren't ready for 4K. We can't use 4K. And if you can't use it, why pay for it? It's an absolute waste of money. The other thing is as well, and we were advised by a friend of ours, Lee Stewart, we took some information and we'll come to him in a second. He said get a 4 Black and a session, that's what he uses for his ride videos. The session's okay, but I think the silver is a better camera than the session. And the black we don't need, so we've gone for 2 silvers. I think that's the most appropriate camera. One of the reasons is that you get this view screen in the back. On a 4 silver, you get the view screen, and that's a touch screen as well. So when you're going through the menu, you've got the scrolling button in the front as normal, you've also got a little touch screen menu in the back, which I think is really cool. It's quite handy. And being a viewfinder as well, it gives you the view of what you're actually filming. you can aim it in the correct direction, so you're pointing it in the right. And when we go to bike shows, and Penny Pitstop's taking photos and filming at bike shows, a little view screen in the back, she can use that and film more accurately and frame shots, which I think that is 100 times more usable for us for what we're going to do than 4K storage. So we did not need to spend it. So the price of a black and a session would have been the same as these two silvers. So we think that's wiser money spent, don't we?
Yep, we spend the patrons' money very wisely.
We do, absolutely. We do have a responsibility in that sense. The patrons donate this money in the hope to you know, they reassure us that it's because they want us to enjoy this and they appreciate what they do, and also, but we do have this obvious feeling, as you would always have, that we have a responsibility to spend their money wisely, in the right direction, in a way that will produce better video and more interesting content. If you're not doing it that way, then you're not doing it right, because you owe it all to your patrons, any of you out there that have got Patreon accounts. So we want to say some quick thanks, don't we? Those are going to be coming soon. We've got some accessories coming, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got some mounts and stuff we've ordered. You don't get it with it. You get a couple of basic little mounts and so on. That's going to go, one of these is going to go on the front of my roof boxer helmet. The other one's going to go on Penny's bike. And then we're going to have clamp mounts. We've ordered half a dozen little mounts so we can put them in various different places, make them a lot more flexible than they currently are, which is all good. And they're coming in a few days, aren't they? So once all that stuff's here, I've got to unbox them properly, get them charged up, get out and do a couple of practice videos. So at the weekend, we still haven't got that panel, have we, for the flight project? We're still waiting for the front panel that I've ordered for this, the one that I'm going to modify, and that hasn't turned up yet. So in the absence of that, at the weekend video, we're going to get one of these on. I'm going to go take you for a little ride around our local area, show you some of the swervery. Enjoy that, and it'll be by way of a camera test at the same time, so you'll see what's to come. Okay, two people just say thank you to very much quickly. One is Lee Stewart. Lee Stewart is a Canadian stunt rider who we asked for the information on cameras, which way to go and guidance. We watched his videos. I want you to have a look, put a link underneath. He's an annoyingly talented stunt rider, isn't he? He can wheelie a Harley Dyna to 12 o'clock on demand all day long. I know I'd just crash. That would be a good source of repair videos for me. So Lee, thank you ever so much for your help, my friend. I wanted to give him a mention so everybody else can go and watch his videos. They're rather amazing. What's great about Lee's videos is he takes the time to edit them in a way that makes them incredibly interesting. I watch every bit of his videos. I keep them on the favourite. I watch them 2 or 3 times before I move on to the next one he puts up. He's doing what we're doing. He's working his butt off doing this. He's putting up 2 videos a week. We all know how difficult that is. And when you look at the amount of time and effort he puts into editing, you can see that he's putting as much work into his channel as we are here. So we know what it's like, my friend. We absolutely understand how much you're putting into it, and you really deserve more than the 7,000 or 8,000 subs you've got. You deserve 10 times that. And I'm quite sure that watch that space, you'll see him in the future have at least 100,000 subscribers in a year or so. He's going places. So Lee Stewart, give him a look, link underneath. Thanks ever so much for your help, my friend. Really appreciate it. Your advice helped us in the right direction. The other person was our good friend Carl, wasn't it? Now, the General, we put out a little while ago a naming request, give us a name for it, and the one we chose was the General, and that was suggested by Carl Willis, wasn't it? What happened with Carl? He's a little bit, his family's had a bad time, haven't they?
Yeah, we won't go into details because it's very personal.
Absolutely, but Carl, we just want to say thank you so much for naming the bike and for watching and for all your kind support. Thank you for that. We wish you well and we wish the family well. And keep in touch, my friend. It's always good to hear from you. Anything else, Ben?
And we just need to say thank you to very special people.
Oh, of course, the patrons. Just think about it. Without the funding that we're getting from the patrons each month, we wouldn't be able to do any of this. We wouldn't have been able to go out and spend over £500 on 2 cameras. We just wouldn't have had the money to do that, and therefore be able to subsequently give you the videos you're all going to watch. And the love and the support and the kindness. The messages that come back from the patrons almost unanimously are, don't worry about what you do with it, just enjoy it. As long as you're enjoying what you do, that's great. And generally speaking, with all of this survey, the overwhelming message coming through from everybody is do this, but only if you enjoy it, wasn't it? Make sure you enjoy it, and we really are. So thank you all so much for your amazing feedback. Enough already. We've got the point.
Well, he's told us to get out on the road, so let's go.
We're going to do. Okay, we're going to leave you with that, and we've got some more plates to go up on the wall, so in the next video at the weekend, we're going to give you a little ride test. Get one of these on the bike, get it on the lid, show you what's out there on the twisty stuff, and we'll show you the wall of friends at the same time. Take it easy, ride safe. See you next time.